Welcome back to a pre-election edition of Issues and Interviews with Kieran Michael Lawler on the Hudson Power Broker YouTube channel. 6 days until the election. Hard to believe. We're almost here. It's the Wednesday before Election Day. Basically, for the last 4 days, it's been Election Day because we've had early voting since Saturday. And the big Election Day, of course, is Tuesday, November 3rd. And I'm joined by a repeat guest, our current Dutchess County Court Judge, Peter Forman, and he's running for re-election to the county court. Good morning, Judge Forman. How are you?
Good morning, Karen. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Always great to talk to you. You know, you and I were talking offline. People know somebody's a judge, but they don't distinguish between the different courts. We have family court, we have surrogates court, and you are a county court judge, county court. Again, tell us what county court does.
The county court is the court that handles felony trials and felony crimes. Our felonies include murders, robberies, rapes, drug sales. It's a very serious court, and I've been serving in that capacity for the last 10 years.
And we have in Dutchess County, we have two county court judges, correct?
That's correct. Myself and Judge McLaughlin.
Okay, all right. You know, you run on staggered terms. He runs in another couple
Yes.
years.
Yes.
County judge, sitting county court judge, running right now in Dutchess County. And what ballot lines are you on, Judge Forman?
I'm on the Republican, Conservative, Independents, and Libertarian lines.
Okay, so there's four opportunities. You can only vote once, but you have four different lines to choose from when you go out and vote. For me, I'm on three lines, but Judge Forman went above and beyond. He has the libertarian line in addition to the Republican, Conservative, and Independents. Good for you. Way to be ambitious and aggressive there, Judge Forman. Tell us a little bit about your background in case viewers and listeners didn't catch you the first time you were on the program.
Yes, I'm a lifelong resident of the city of Beacon. I'm in my home right now. That's also been the home of my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather here in Beacon, near the Hudson River. And I started my career as a prosecutor in the district attorney's office back in 1982. I served as a prosecutor and in private practice before I got elected as a family court judge in 1999.
Oh, wow. That's a great Dutchess County career you had there in the law, Judge Forman. And you and I go way back. Your daughter was my student at Lourdes High School.
Yeah, I'm a proud graduate of Our Lady of Lourdes High School, and my children, Kate, Maureen, and Becky, also graduated from Lourdes. And I think that my daughter had a really good time when she was your student, Kieran.
She learned so much social studies that year. It's probably benefited her in innumerable ways.
Absolutely.
And you know, there's a lot of Formans, right? You have a lot of brothers and sisters, right? What are they like?
I'm the oldest of 8 children. My parents had 6 boys and I have 2 sisters.
Wow.
And the Formans are all over the place. You can't go anywhere without stumbling into one of us.
Right. And I'm one of 6. My oldest brother, Danny, went to Lourdes. The rest of us went to John Jay. But my brother, Danny, pointed out to me, and he's very proud of this, and he graduated with your brother, John. You are the first Lourdes graduate to be elected to anything countywide in Dutchess County. Now there's been several who followed in your footsteps, but you're the first Lourdes graduate countywide in Dutchess County.
And that is true. I'm a proud alumnus of Our Lady of Lourdes High School, and I am the first one when I was elected in 1999 to be elected to a countywide position.
Wow. All right. You're a pleasure. And, you know, it's football season, and you're a little bit like Bill Belichick in that, or actually Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells was the great coach, and then many of his assistant coaches became very successful head coaches in the NFL. You're an outstanding judge, Judge Forman, and a lot of those who clerked for you and who worked for you have gone on to be judges in their own right. Some of them Lourdes graduates, and some of them elected countywide. Is that correct?
Yes. When I got elected to family court, I appointed Denise Watson as my law clerk or confidential law secretary. Every judge has a lawyer that works for you and helps you draft decisions, research questions of law, and as a counselor and advisor to the judge. And Judge Watson, Denise got elected to family court after I left. She succeeded me as a family court judge in 2011. And after she left, I appointed Michael Hayes to be my law clerk in county court. And he served with me for 8 years, and he got elected to surrogates court in 2018. So I'm very proud of the fact that 2 of my law clerks have followed me to the bench also large graduates. And I'm now working with a town of East Fishkill Town Justice, Brian Rudner, who is my current law clerk.
All right, all right. Let me defend my own alma mater, John Jay. I mean, me and Sue Serino went to John Jay. So on the political side, John Jay's cleaning up, but for whatever reason, on the legal judicial side, Lord's is really really.
Well, I'm very proud to be a member of the Lord's community. We have a lot of alumni spread around Dutchess County, doing a lot of good work, both in the business world and in the charitable world. And I think we're all very proud to have gotten our education. But we also respect John Jay. You guys had our number for a while in the football and basketball courts.
All right, all right. I'm glad we got that into the broadcast. So, Judge Forman, in county court, you've been a little bit of something of an innovator because it is a tough job. We are living through a scourge of overdoses and drug abuse, and ultimately that goes through the criminal justice system and comes before you. Tell me one of the innovative ways you've handled that.
Well, in addition to handling the day-to-day county court responsibilities of making sure that all felony cases are tried in a timely manner, I also have been running a drug court for the past 15 years here in Dutchess County. When I was a family court judge, I started the family treatment court, which helped parents who had substance abuse issues get clean and sober so they can regain custody of their children and get them out of foster care. In the county court area, we have a program called diversion, which is also a drug court, where if you're charged with a felony and can prove that your substance abuse addiction led to your felony conduct, you can enter a guilty plea to the felony and come into our program. And our treatment team will select a facility for you to attend, usually inpatient for 2 to 3 months, and then come back into the community and continue to work and maintain your sobriety. If you are able to get stable housing and a job and go through our program for about 2 years, you can graduate and not have that felony stigma. You don't go to prison, you go on probation. And we're very proud of that program because it really does help people, and it also removes the felony stigma so that you can go forward with your life in a productive manner.
That's great. That's kind of exactly threading the needle of what you need, because you do have so many people who, because of their addiction, they run afoul of the law, and you kind of need to treat them a little bit differently. And that sounds exactly like what you've done here with diversion and drug court. Makes a lot of sense. What are you finding and what are you hearing from people while you're out on the campaign trail? I know you're an outstanding campaigner. I've seen you all over the county, especially in the southern part where I am. What are you hearing from people as you campaign, go door to door, go to events?
Well, judges don't have the flexibility of being in the political arena except in the year in which we run. So the first thing I've had to do is reestablish my name recognition in the community. And I've done that in a number of ways. And I think that people do know who I am. And as I go door to door, I'm hearing very good questions about what goes on in our courts. I think they appreciate the drug court, as you just indicated, as an innovation and a creative way of dealing with the drug problem that we have. Opiates has hit just about every family across our country in some way or another. So I'm hearing a lot of positive comments from people, which I enjoy, but I'm also helping to educate them who don't know what goes on in our court, how successful our court is. One of the things I'm proud of in county court on the day-to-day basis is I, over 20 years, have had over 200 of my decisions reviewed by the appellate courts. And my batting average over that same period of time since I took the bench 20 years ago is 93%. So in other words, my decisions have been upheld by the appellate courts 93% of the time, which is a batting average that I'm proud of, which means that I understand the law. I hire good law clerks, as I've indicated before, to help me. And we apply the law in a manner that doesn't require trials to happen more than once.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That is great. And you're kind of in an unusual situation because you can't, as a candidate, you can't talk about the issues that political side candidates, legislators and things like that, members of Congress or candidates for Congress can run. So what do you talk about? You just educate on the on the workings of the court? You meet people and give them your outstanding biography?
Yeah, the only thing I can talk about is the court, and I can talk about my qualifications and my experience and my background. And I'm proud of that too. I'm the most experienced judge in Dutchess County, having served for 20 years. I've actually served in every full-time court, and the only judge that can say that: family court, surrogates court, Supreme Court, and county court. So I'm an experienced trial judge who has, I think, a good reputation in the legal community. Over 240 lawyers have their names on my campaign letterhead, regardless of political affiliation. I've also been endorsed by numerous law enforcement agencies, PBAs throughout the county. I'm very proud of that. And I'm someone who I think people respect as a fair and hardworking judge. And I think as voters make decisions on who they want for this position going forward, I offer my credentials to them and ask for their support.
All right. And where can we learn more about, as we wrap up here, where can we learn more about you and your candidacy, Judge Forman?
I think the best place is to go on my Facebook page, Re-elect Judge Forman. I have a lot of good, right now there's some testimonials on my Facebook page from some of the graduates from our diversion program. We're talking about how they have progressed and how my involvement, I preside over the drug treatment court, the diversion program, and some of my graduates are starting to go up online and giving testimonials to how I'm doing. And it also gives you some more background about my experience as a county court judge on my Facebook page.
All right, that's good. That's a great place to leave it there. Judge Peter Forman running for county court re-election. Anywhere in Dutchess County, if you're a voter anywhere in Dutchess County, you can vote for Judge Forman, and you can vote for him on the Republican, the Conservative, the Independents, or the Libertarian line. Thanks so much for joining us, Judge Forman.
Thank you, Karen, for having me. Have a good day.
I'll see you on the campaign trail.
Thank you.
Take care.